that easily spooked.
I mean, it's scary. Look at it. It's got the word horror there, and a bunch of... What is that? No, it's not Cantonese, obviously. Shinto?
Japanese?
That's Shinto, isn't it?
Kanji?
Right? Kanji. Shinto's the religion.
All
right, I'll edit that out. Let's do the intro over. Ah! My goodness, Sam, it's the world of horror.
So it is.
Sam. My goodness, Kaida, it's the world of horror. Do I ever get to play as the woman in the hatchback fighting Cthulhu with a gun? Because that seems like a horror game I want to be a part of.
No.
That's a shame.
I mean, there is a girl with a gun, but it's not that girl.
I played as a girl with a gun. It went poorly. Now then, speaking of things that are going poorly, I've invited Kaida to join me in this World of Horror game, because shortly after I announced that I would be playing it, she decided she would get every achievement on Steam.
Not on Steam, just in the game.
Just in the game. So, you know, that's the color palette we're going with.
Alright.
That was awful polite of her, and she has watched the first episode. She saw my fantastic and flawless success in the spine-chilling story of School Scissors, and my less successful extracurricular activity here. But she's basically, despite having played through the entire game and gotten every single stinking achievement, just going to be accompanying me for moral support and questionable decision-making as I go along in this journey, largely unaffected by her knowledge of the game. She's just along for the ride.
I'm mostly here just to make fun of him when he fucks up.
Well, quite. Does every intro start with the
Yes.
cloaked figures?
Yes.
Okay, yes. What? And there's like a dimension to some sort of pyramid obelisk realm there?
There's a few different portals you can fall through.
I just want to be her fighting. It's very consuming shadow, that one shot. You know, with the car and the gun and whatnot. An old train. Okay. We've got who's awakened from their slumber.
That one's probably the easier ones to run.
Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Stop before it devours all. What?
It means you can't escape from combat encounters.
Okay. Yes, it's slightly behind my microphone there. I'm sort of having to... I think my visibility is more important, we're going to slide the microphone over here. That way I can actually read everything. And you know, will manage, I suppose.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
Okay, World of Horror. I'm this young
Yes.
woman again. First time playing, it is not. Important messages will appear here, so...
Go home.
What happens if I go to I suppose you're not at liberty to say, are you?
Unless you want me to flat out just tell you.
Well, no. Back in home, yes, my next move. And I have no idea what these do.
Nothing
Is it
as far
going-
as I've ever known.
Is it going to rain?
I
Possibly.
have suspected that there is supposed to be like a scare at some point, but I've never encountered it.
Yes, that brings me to another point. I believe this game has received an update since I last played.
Yes. It is now 1.1.2.
Well,
Also, before you get too far here, you need to do a couple of things.
what?
You should do a couple of things while you're in your apartment before you wander off.
But I can tackle these 5 mysteries in any
Yes,
order I
but
want.
the mysteries are fine, but you're going to want to be in your apartment first.
Okay, yes. Do I
Bath.
open this cabinet? The bath, you say?
Yes, the bath.
Bath.
Bottom left.
Oh, look at that.
Given that you are at...
Kaida! This is a PG channel. How dare you?
Given that you are at max health and sanity.
Yes.
If you click the middle button, you will get a small XP boost.
Well, look at that.
Also, go to AB, where it says in the coat hanger.
Clothing? Yes, okay.
You have different clothes you can wear, but
Is
more
one of them a poster? That is a nice movie poster.
bottom left, anybody.
Fucking stellar.
Bottom left is per different clothes.
Teacher's pet, captain, gym clothes, or shakalin.
I mean, you can click on them and see what they look like.
Okay. They aren't the most fascinating,
And
are
more
they?
importantly, click that little robot at the very top left.
What, this one?
The bigger one. To the right.
This one?
Yes. Morning.
Okay.
And now you're free to do it. Though, if you haven't done it yet, look at
Looking
your peephole.
good. My peephole, but...
You go back to the main screen. Click on the little, I think it's the little mirror.
Take a peek through the peephole. Oh, eh?
There you go.
I have a weird neighbor.
Yes, you
What
do.
happens if I peek again? My weird neighbor continues to be there. Silly weird neighbor. He'll murder me one day in my sleep.
Probably.
Yes. But
Now you're free to...
before we have to solve that mystery, let's, we have A Chilling Chronicle of the Crimson Cape, A Far Out Fable of Fear Festival. Is that the one I did and failed miserably? Horrible History of Household Hell, Vicious Verses of a Violent Vigil, and Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. Do you have any personal favorites among those 5 that you'd like to see me run?
The mermaid one's good, especially with this character, because you get an achievement for doing it with her.
Okay. The janitor! Ah, that guy again. Was obsessed with mermaids. The janitor's you?
No, I'm not obsessed with mermaids.
She said defensively. He's collected every scrap of the
That's
legend
your mother,
about them.
remember?
That's also Noki. She's quite fond of mermaids as well.
Well,
Something
it's-
about my friends really like mermaids.
Cool.
Well, I mean, they're terrible at sex, and I would know. He's collected every scrap of the legend about them in the school basement. How much of a legend about a mermaid in a school basement can there possibly be? Now his mind has snapped. He's decided it's time to make one of his own using the bodies of unfortunate students as materials. It seems like the mystery is solved. Go arrest the man. Why am I here? This isn't Suicide Club. We don't need to launch a full-scale investigation here. Sick reference to Japanese body horror films, me. Are you familiar with that one?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the bowling alley scene?
No.
That's the one with the glam rockers who beat and raped the woman in the bag.
Yeah, I don't remember
It's
that.
quite gruesome even for body horror, which is how I sort of found that movie. Advanced mystery, yes. So, I can't investigate my home. Well, I mean...
There's one thing
What's
everyone
that
at the
attitude?
school is talking about. Another girl from your area has gone missing.
Could there be anything connecting all the missing people? Were you not paying attention? I get the seaside location twice to complete this quest,
Yes.
so I should just do that then, shouldn't I?
Because that is the side objective if we usually unlock something.
Yeah, from what I gathered on my first real outing, it seemed like there was no reason to just not do that right away and then proceed to where they told you to go. Alright, crabs are feasting on a bloated corpse carried to the beach by waves. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Escape? They're just crabs. Let's search this body. Inside the man's pocket you find documents. They're strangely dry. Did the man really drown, or was he brought here?
Crab bait.
The What?
He's crab bait.
Yes. The mystery deepens. Let us investigate again on this side of the sea.
Okay, on the beach you discover a giant charred pit.
Well, it's
As
just a
you
fire
won-
pit with, hooligans, isn't it?
As you wonder what was burned here and why, you hear a crackling sound getting louder, and everything around you is getting hotter.
When I was a kid, I found a similar pit, only to discover by way of smell that they burned tires there.
Ah,
And if you've never smelt literal burning rubber, it is pungent. Ah! Hello, sir. Might I direct you to the ocean behind you? Ah, the combat. So should I scramble for a weapon, then?
yes.
And I was gonna say, you're the sort of expert here. Is scrambling for a weapon worth it? Find
It's
an
better.
improvised
It is a
weapon.
lot better than just kicking. I wouldn't.
Nah, I can't do that anyway.
You don't have any a weapon to hit or with him with anyway. All you
Well,
can do
no,
is
I've
kick
scrambled to grab a weapon, haven't I? By the way, a complaint I would like to launch is that I can't just remove one of the damn bars. I need to clear the sequence entirely and then just start from the beginning. It's like, if I just want to do, one attack,
it. I would just kick him.
I can't hit with a weapon even though I get a weapon for doing this. By the way, apparently I could have used bullets in the last combat where I died because the thing dangled from the ceiling over at him. Which, I had a question about those. What happens if I go outside? Well, if they're hanging down from... Burning Man suddenly stands still. Can you suddenly stand still? Doesn't seem like a sudden sort of thing. But no, yes, in the last episode it had the ghost that hung down from the ceiling over the bed. What happens if I just went
You
outside?
have to equip the weapon, huh?
What? Oh, for God's sake. Yes, I suppose I do. It has been a day or two, forgive me. And then sure hit, it's macaroni, sure hit, it's macaroni. Yeah. Leaps on you, tripping you, and setting you on fire. I'm badly burned. Oh, oof. This is suboptimal. Good thing I had bandages, though. Burn. Receive additional combat damage. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'll head to a hospital or something after this. Assuming that, the injuries like that are absolutely worth my time to take care of. I am double burnt now.
Mm-hmm. You did it.
Let's hope Cthulhu likes his young girls well done. Yeah!
Slap.
Ow. You...
Corpse dust.
Why do I want corpse dust?
You can use it to get experience, but it taints your luck.
No.
So...
Maybe going crazy, but you swear something
I'd
is
hold
watching you
on
from
to
the sea.
it, but-
Why would I do that? To advance the mystery... Yes, okay, thank you. Oh, look, it's the hospital. No, it's not the hospital.
You got a hospital?
I should go there?
Yeah, you should if you want to hear this.
Why-
Not investigate.
Oh, well...
Let her sleep.
Yes, why not? Why don't I just... As a funny prank, I'll set her trash can on fire. +2 doom. Oh, good. So if I just click on a place, I can just enter without investigating. I see, okay.
And then hit the heart, we'll take you to the doctor's office, and you can click on those burns over there and get rid of them.
I have burns I need to be taken care of. And blood loss now? What?
The treatment sometimes they have effects left over.
Oh, God.
So if you have like a minor injury that really doesn't do anything, it's usually not worth it.
But you could have told me that before I lost 20% of my stamina.
Given
here.
that it caused you to take extra damage in combat, yeah, I'd say it was worth it.
Fine. Well. Yes, okay. As you progress through the location, the rules may change. I think I'm pretty much out of funding, having,
You have $3.
I've got 3. So, at what point can I level up, based on...
When you get 100 XP, you'll level up.
That's quite a bit. I assume it's worth saving it rather than selling information to the police
The
for
police are
one
freaking
goddamn...
useless.
Well, I can complain at them, and there's less patrols, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not usually worth it.
Well, it hardly
Not
takes
worth
time,
it.
does it? What do you mean not worth it? It's free to just pop in and be like, oi, there's dangerous
Except it
people.
does cost you doom, I believe.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, which is essentially time passing. If it gets 100, it's game over.
Does that build in between the mysteries, or is that
Yes!
just... Oh, for
That
God's
lasts
sakes.
throughout the entire game.
Well, now there's a woman looking at me, and I can take a nap at her.
You-
Investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. What with all that stamina loss? How do you address this weakened state? Need hot bath skill. I mean, I did take a bath, but it wasn't a hot bath, was it? What am I, downtown? Seems ill-advised to just take a damn nap, wouldn't it?
I mean, do you want the best answer, or do you want to figure this out on your
Well,
own?
I'm downtown. I doubt taking a nap downtown is a smart answer.
You
I'll
live downtown.
I'll just buy a damn cup of coffee. Minus one
Congratulations.
fun.
You just lost money. And got
big-
nothing for it.
Well, I resolved that event. I also didn't lose anything other than a single dollar. Why they had me investigate?
Asking around neighborhood got you some results. Seems that all the girls have attended the same school.
Ah, well, yes, there we go. So we should investigate the school. Didn't we know that they...
The blurb doesn't seem to be what your character actually knows. Impossible angles and seemingly moving lines make your head spin.
That's a star.
Yeah, but it's drawn on chalkboard, but it's still wibble wobbling.
Well, it's a GIF. How is this possible? Well, that was thrilling. All the missing girls were apparently members of the school swimming team. Maybe someone saw the kidnapper stalking them. Yes, I will keep investigating the school. You carefully enter the biology classroom. Oh, good. That's where the substitute teacher, who's clearly evil, was. Funny that she just had me move books and let me go, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, rewatching that episode, if you looked at her dialogue bubbles, there was some random capitalization thrown into the sentence, and if you looked at what letter was capitalized in the first thing she said, I believe it spelled out run.
Wow.
Which was either a hell of a good job and a subtle little, hint there, even a not so subtle moment, or just a hell of a coincidence. Either way, bravo. The room seemed empty at first until you switched on the lights. You gasp in horror. Lying in a pool of blood is one of the teachers with fruit knight in her hand. There's a jar of formaldehyde on the nearest table. Mesmerized by a spiral pattern. Didn't I do this in the fucking scissor one, actually?
Probably.
Seem to recall. Yes, it's this thing again. I won't slap it on my skin this time. Well, time to beat the shit out of you, I guess.
Whack you with my stick.
Turn 2 begins. I involuntarily attack myself. What?
I think that's what it makes you do.
I see.
Attack.
Well, good thing for you, I'm weak as shit. Now I have a concussion. My headache gets worse.
You beamed yourself with your own brand.
-1's knowledge.
And see, that one I wouldn't say is worth going to the fucking hospital.
Well, if that's all it is, quite. I defeated it. I now have the lump of flesh again.
Maybe good in a pinch, but honestly I'd hold onto it just because some of the mysteries, their side quests is just discard items.
I hope I'm not pulled over by anyone and, examined for my possessions. Excuse me, miss, would you like to explain this corpse dust and this lump of flesh you have on you?
No.
Well, that's a shame. We're going downtown.
Cool.
And you're going to have to answer these questions under handcuffs now.
Corpse dust!
Ah! Jim!
You find a notebook containing handwritten and detailed notes about the swimming club itself and mermaids?
Okay. Travel to Morbid School. What? There's school, hospital, and the Morbid School.
Yes.
Is that perhaps the wrong word there?
I don't know.
Abandoned or haunted, perhaps? Morbid, just, needs a fresh coat of paint, doesn't it?
A nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotting fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. You cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows.
Well, yes, quite. Whoever this kidnapper may be, they seem to be really obsessed about mermaids. Inside the science lab you find a plan of the town's sewer system. Someone has marked a path leading from the sea directly to the school building. And there's also this guy, who seems creepy. Let's head downtown. Fuck this noise.
Downtown.
Wandering all around town. Road seems to twist and turn when you're not looking, trapping you in this neighborhood. Needs a map. Boy, I really am ill-prepared to investigate things. My option is to get lost.
Yes.
Now, is that get lost as in I commit myself to not knowing where I am, or can I just be like, get lost, bitch?
No, that's you
I
just
back
like,
the
well,
hell out
I'm
of
gonna
this
wander
place.
around and see what happens.
Oh, dear. To do.
You spend hours trying to find a way out. Finally, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street as the passage to the blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you.
This is basically Arkham Horror, the game, except I suck at everything instead of being good at, one thing and sucking at everything else. Is that guy just, we're gonna ignore the creepy dude following me, or is he, supposed to be in the background of these places always?
This is like the if this were a movie, this would be like the cuts of the scenes that are in, the killer's lair.
Oh, I see. There's something wrong here. Oh, is there? A weird apathy has seemed to infect every adult you ask for help. You have to deal with it alone. That is a weird apathy. There's some psychopath kidnapping women and turning them into mermaids. Could you help? I'd like to, but the game's on. Besides, I'm smelling weird amounts of fish and flesh on you. Is that corpse dust I see? Maybe they just don't want to talk to you because you're weird, you concussed, blood-lost woman. Anyway, time to investigate downtown again. Suddenly, an empty bottle breaks on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from the glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. It's a young woman. That's not quite what I was expecting. How'd you like to join my cause in stopping a mad person turn women into mermaids? It's a cause I would donate money towards. Hits me with a baseball bat. I'm not doing good.
No.
How do I heal and get more health?
In fight, there are a couple ways, but they're usually not worth it because it like only heals one but costs two of the other.
Well, yes, but how about out of fighting?
You can go back to your apartment and rest, and all it costs is do.
Well, I mean, frankly, I might want to play that way, right? At the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, this will be the end for her, but I'm, yeah, really not doing so hot myself. Wait, what's that? I got a prescription?
Yes, there is a side quest.
Important.
But you need money.
Where could you fill? I have 2 funds.
You need 4.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you could probably sell the corpse.
who
stuff
dropped
for a
it?
lump of
You stupid tart! You saw who dropped it. She attacked you with a bat. You pair the sewer plan with the school map, and it suddenly dawns on you: school basement. That must be the place the kidnapper is keeping the missing swimmers. Really, no one noticed this? Does the school just have one janitor? Does Japan have horrible janitors that just kidnap and murder people like that one game we played?
Corpse Party? Yes.
No, not Corpse Party, the other one.
Oh, White Day. Yes.
Really, just to drive home the point. White Day was fun. I liked White Day.
I think you can sell the corpse dust among the flesh as well.
Well, that's Jim Dandy. Who's buying that sort of thing?
I don't know.
Hey there, young child. You look like you're in the market for
This
body
is a world
parts.
where there's a dog running a store, alright?
Yeah. I like, hey, young boy, you look like you're in the market for human body parts. Maybe. One of them's a bit questionable with that lump of flesh. So how do I go back to my house?
Top left,
Ah, yes, I see.
and then rest.
You can't investigate. Ah, yes, rest.
And
Why do I have that poster? You swallow painkillers and sit on the couch and read your favorite book. Time flies. Well, I'm still looking a bit beat up, but
you
I'm
can keep doing it, just costs do.
well, quite. But you know this game. Am I looking well enough to travel here?
No.
Then I'll go home again. Rest some more. It looks like it costs 4 doom for every 2 I'm getting here. How about now?
Probably would.
Where do you see my health, per se? Is it stamina?
Stamina and reason.
Yes, 9 and 8. It really is fucking Arkham Horror, isn't it? Right, back to the school. Oh, good, it's her again.
It's
Yep,
her.
here it is. There's R, there's U, and there's N. Run. I thought that was sort of specific to the school one, with the scissors, and I was
No.
like, well, I mean,
It's
that's...
specific to the school, but
Well, quite, but I thought it was specific to the scissor one. What with it being like, there's a tall woman with a wide smile murdering people with scissors, and the first thing I encounter upon going outside is a tall woman who seems really creepy with a wide mouth. Oh, you insistent bitch. Oh dear. Helps you dusty. The rancid smell of formaldehyde almost makes you drop the jar.
formalin.
I know what I said. Should fetuses have so many legs? Well, now it's just a mess, isn't it? There's no turning back now. God, let's hope it's alright.
You've done the side quest. So,
Dangerous. Ah, yes. That threw me last time. There's just one bar there. Shall we investigate the school, then?
yeah, I mean, you can't do anything else.
Well, sort of looking for moral support here, wasn't I? You bust through the door to the janitor's closet armed with your stick, but it's too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress, the upper part at least. The tail of a fish has been crudely sewn in place of her legs. It's a big fish.
Probably like one of them big old tunas.
I suppose. She was too weak and died, you hear the mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. Stepping carefully over the corpse, the janitor picks up the bloody axe. Ah, well, this will go poorly. He has an axe, and I have a stick. He has 34 HP. I have 7 stamina.
Want help with this?
This is a game you lose a bunch, eh? I'm guessing.
Yeah. It also helps if you look around in the menus and see what all your options are.
Well, yeah. Why do you bring this up now?
For a very specific reason.
What have we got? That requires an ally. I like allies. Needs stamina reason to be lower than 3. That'll be good to remember, I imagine. Lowers your experience by 5. Raises your chance to hit by 10% for the rest of the encounter. It takes an action, though, so it's questionably worthwhile. Defensive actions. Drastically lowers the chance for the enemy to hit for the entire combat, or just once?
Just once.
Well, I mean, that might be good to pop and then slowly whittle away at him. Lowers the incoming damage by half and ignores any special attack. Regain.
See, it gives you 1 reason, but it costs 2 stamina.
Well.
So it's really only useful if you have one that's really high up compared to the other one. And you're missing 2 bubbles that you haven't scrolled over.
What?
It's almost amazing how you failed to notice.
What, these 2?
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was a 3x3, not a 4x3. Topple a lamp. Story action. A spark from a light bulb should set highly flammable cleaning fluids on fire. Force manhole open without a tool. Try and open the manhole cover present in the janitor's office. Well, I feel like I should pop this first.
Burn it all down.
I really feel like I should pop the dodging first, but yes, let's burn it. Well, that was easy. I thought I couldn't run.
You couldn't. You can, however, light this bitch up.
What does I successfully run from the mad janitor?
Well, yes, because you didn't beat him in a fight, but...
Well, we have a god that gets angry when we do that, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, now all the evidence is gone. Why did I do that?
Because you weren't going to win. If you fought him one on one.
Well, quite. The mutilated girl moans quietly and twitches. The fishtail causes the lamp to fall and break, igniting the chemicals. Mad janitor catches fire and starts screaming terribly. You try and avoid him thrashing around the room, setting everything on fire. Thick smoke and smell of burning flesh makes you feel weak. Well, thanks.
You are rescued by the firemen trying to contain the fire. No trace of the mad janitor is found, and no one believes your story, but you will sleep a little better tonight, knowing that the other students are safe. Ending C.
School fire, new town status, knowledge is key, plus 30 experience. Throughout investigation, plus 15 experience. There's still hope, minus 3 doom. Time passes, plus 1 day. So you gave me the adequate ending.
Yes.
Because I wasn't going to beat him in a fight. And what do you mean they don't believe me? There are women sewn up like fish around me, and it's not like I tied myself to that mattress.
It all burned.
Well, there would still be fish bones and human bones. You know how hot fire has to get to burn
all
bone?
Burned.
It has to be like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood style hot. Where only the teeth remain, and then they falsify the dental report so they can fake her death. References. She didn't watch past Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because she...
There's a character that's stupidly similar to my dad, and when he died, I got very upset.
I should level up, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay. Plus 4 Doom.
If you reroll the perks are on the left.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You've advanced to the next experience level. Choose 1 perk and 1 stat to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
I think stamina, frankly, is better. Feel free to concur.
Usually it's...
Shout at me.
You kind of want to go with like a build for a character. Like you want to pick one of the stats that's associated with a weapon and get it jacked up nice and high.
Well, that's all well and good, but I need a weapon, don't I?
Yes.
I should also pick one of these, right?
Yes. These are
Art,
all
knowledge, quick thinking, or leadership. I think quick thinking is probably better.
Well, if you click on it, it'll tell you what it does.
Oh, I see. They're plus 1 dexterity, plus 1 charisma, plus 1 perception. Yes, I think, well, I already have good dexterity, I suppose. I was going to upgrade strength, frankly.
You can do that.
Well, do you think charisma or dexterity is more important?
I would say charisma, in this case.
Well, there we go. And...
You can pick plus 4 stamina or plus 1 strength.
I see. I'll take the stamina, frankly.
Okay.
Well, there we go. The old god stirs.
Oh, that sucks getting that for the first.
There's something wrong with tap water. It is black and oily and glistening,
Means you
smelling
can't
like
use your
death.
bath anymore.
You hope it's just a temporary issue. Well,
Usually, in between, it's nice because you can take a bath and it'll help replenish your stamina and reason.
I find a small key in my mailbox, and nothing else worth noting. You are not currently investigating any weird mysteries. Oh, good. How's my peephole doing? I see the game's developer is still hanging outside. Probably not fair. I'm sure you're a nice guy, Mr. Game Developer. It's been raining since morning. That still doesn't do a damn thing. Right! Shall we get to the next mystery then?
Sure.
Okay.
I recommend that one.
Well, I mean, it is sort of in order, isn't it?
No, not always, but yeah.
Alright. Vicious Verses of a Violent Vigil. Verily. You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm from Tokyo want with you? Diamonds, faces cut out. A. Kanifi. We regret to inform you of passing of our client and your granduncle. His funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil, as per the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check it out yourself. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I mean, I would just assume I got the wrong mail. But then, apparently Japan doesn't have that. The mail system's far too efficient. Following the directional layer, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where's everybody? Explore the mansion action will unlock new locations as you progress the mystery. Ah, so there's no town here.
Nope.
Ah, I see. Well, let's explore this mansion.
Corpses are strung up on wires, like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks.
The music did a nice little dip in tone as I wandered into them, yes. Well, gee. Excuse me, what the fuck's going on? It takes you some time, but you manage to find someone. Is it another guest? You should ask them what's going on here. 4 actions on the right allow you to investigate the location and interact with it. So that's my first one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? You sassy broad. Young woman wrinkles her nose when she noses to you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved on her necklace before. If you want to pay respects to the old creep, follow the corridor to the right. Okay. Did I go here then?
Nope.
Oh.
Explore.
Ah, I see.
You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old locked cabinet. When you remove the book's wrappings, you recoil in disgust. It's bound in human flesh.
Part of me just wants to burn it, but I'm not really sure what I would burn it with at this point. Reading it's a terrible idea. If literally any books bound in flesh in anything have taught me anything, it's that reading them is a terrible idea. Unless I'm trying to summon a lich. In which case, by all means, read that thing. That said, I sort of feel like I'm missing out on something if I don't, at least take it, I'm getting nothing from her. She is a stone wall.
You don't want my help? You don't get my help.
Well, you know what they said about Mr. Gorbachev. Burn down this wall! You may never know what's inside the hideous book, but that's a good thing.
-3 doom.
Lovely. Ew.
Pressing a handkerchief to your nose, you enter the dark room. There's no way they allowed your granduncle to just lie here. What was the correct bow and clap order? Maybe the other guest will know. Go into the hall.
Clap,
Nope,
bow,
you're not click
clap,
on any
bow,
of those.
clap, bow. Bow? Can I get a bow and arrow?
No.
Dilapidated corridor,
Yes.
you are here. I want to go to the corridor?
Yes.
Okay.
Talk to one of those people.
I see. Who are you? A pair is standing next to a window. The man is muttering something to himself. By the way, there's some strung up bodies over there. We just gonna ignore that? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While his wife is observing you with unnaturally bulgy eyes. You didn't get this with a letter? Here, you can have mine.
He gave you a vigil pamphlet.
Oh, I see. Can I interest you in some corpse dust? We would like to thank you on behalf of our client for participating in the vigil on such short notice. You have spiritual personal life instruction acting you follow closely. Prayer of the body, clap, 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 bow. Modest supper, prayer of the body, clap, bow, 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 bow. Feed the plant in the study with blood. What? Cover the mirror in the storage room. End of visual. Well, what time is it? It seems like I really need to get
10
there.
p.m.
Well, I should get there then. Vigil sort of...
Clap, 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 bow.
Yeah, I need to get there.
Master
Master
bedroom.
bedroom. He was in the bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. So it was clap, 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 bow. Yeah. Clap, 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 bow.
You think you got the order right?
Okay. Do I inspect the foot that keeps twitching there? Yeah,
There's
copy it onto the parchment. Oh, there's a weird tattooed symbol there. Onto the pamphlet? Was it copied? That one? I see. Alright, well, I'll be back at 12 p.m. there, Granduncle. So, shall I explore the...
Order.
Yeah, to the corridor, then I can explore, yes? Okay.
Feeling like you are on the brink of losing your mind.
How many Catholic priests are wandering around
More than you
urban
think.
Japan?
I mean, urban's are the only place you're gonna find them.
Well, quite.
Feeling like you're on the brink of losing your mind, you decide to visit your father's old friend, Father Yasugi. Hey, kiddo, says the priest who's currently moving some boxes in and out of the church building. Could you lend me a hand?
I have a question. What the hell's going on? We're here, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't recognize any names. I'll go visit my father's old friend.
Yeah, he just pops up whenever your reason gets too low.
Ah, well, thanks, buddy. I suppose I won't overwork myself or anything. More time than you expected. Father Yasugi invites you inside for a cup of hot tea and home-baked cookies, made by one of the parishioners. You explain your situation to him. The priest listens, letting you vent all of your doubts and anxiety. Yay. I like him. He's cool. It's now 11 p.m.
Time for dinner.
Or I can... check out the supper, yes. The storage room is, I take it if we stray from this, something horrible happens. Modest supper,
Yes.
right, yes. Wow, gee. The smell is nauseating. Well, what did we have? Don't leave me hanging. Well, it's still 11 p.m. Shall I go exploring
Explore.
again? Yes. I feel watched. I wonder where from. Boy, I never have what I need. You retreat from this room. Look forward to seeing the priest again. Now then, new. Oh yes, clap, bow, 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 bow. Right, the bedroom.
The body. It's missing.
Well, I can't. It's just melted. I can't clap over this.
Nope.
Well, what the hell do I do about this situation? What does the pamphlet say?
Clap, bow, bow, bow.
Well, yes, I can't clap or bow at the moment, can I?
Yeah, so go explore.
Oh.
Where is everybody?
Yes, I am aware that they are missing. Thank you. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Ugh. Her final gruesome artwork, but that's just a legend, right? Check out the sewing machine! I think I just check out the cupboard, why don't I? I'll leave the sewing machine alone. Or maybe the cupboard's private, and if I open it, she'll be pissed that I'm rifling through her stuff. Maybe she wants me to admire her handiwork. It's always tough with Japanese ghosts, you know? They so appreciate being honored and really don't like you digging into their affairs. But at the same time, if you follow their rules, they sure seem to respect you, you know? Oh. She was heartbroken. She stitched unsuspecting guests together. Let's not go rifling through her stuff and just sort of take a look at this fine woman who is trying to make her way in the world and the tools of her trade. Oh, I got a spell. On the sewing machine, I spot a strange engraving. When I get closer to investigate, your mind is flooded with forbidden knowledge, and I gain a spell. Well, cool.
Got-
What? Skin removal? Excuse me?
Pick it. Deals 5 damage for cost 3 reason.
That's...
Also, fun fact, if you don't want a spell, you can just forget it and you gain +1 reason.
I mean... My reason's not great. I'm not sure I want to be burning it for just 5 measly damage. That seems like a high cost for not a great payoff.
Yeah, so you can just forget it and get +1 reason.
I will cast it on the strange man there. Yes, I will forget the spell. As much as I appreciate it, Miss Seamstress, who it seems like you should be adding skin if you're a seamstress.
Don't worry about it. You managed to find
Look,
one
have you seen my show? I sort of analyze shit like that. She doesn't watch this program, it's fine. Ooh, we can talk shit about you, you'll never know.
They are shaken, but otherwise safe. You both decided to get the hell out of this place, but the door is gone.
Oh, it's you. Let's not pretend like we want to be here. Well, quite.
1-8?
Oh, yes, well...
I think you don't have to do anything for 1-8.
True. Where'd my items go?
Well, back there at the bottom. Bottom.
Oh, yes, I see. Yes, and the 1 a.m. was free. Still, though. I appreciate that you're alive, but, can we acknowledge how creepy this... Well, we don't want to be here, yes. Let's go exploring. Would you like to come with me? No? Okay. You stand in an old rundown mansion room that stinks like spoiled milk. The room has only 2 doors, one of which you came through. Okay. You can't see the strange man you've been following anywhere. I've been following a strange man.
Apparently.
Oh, I mean... I feel like it'd be a bit of a waste to not at least search the room, although I'll probably wind up with the head of a severed rat or something. There's nothing really here, but you think you might be able to use one item you did find. An item.
You get a new status, library book. Not enough room, item added to the storage, which you'll get once you're out of this mystery.
I could use a better weapon or like some armor or something.
Yep.
Corridors twist and turn, shopping in the match. You think you hear some other guests, but it's you again. Well, yes. What do we do at 2 a.m.?
Feed the plant blood.
In the study with blood. Well, I don't have blood, do I? That said, I might as well head to the study.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lump of flesh if it really wants it. Oh. It seems that someone has already removed all the furniture from this room. The overgrown plant is casting an unsettling shadow. Feed the plant, cut the plant down. I mean... Alright, 2 things. 1, I feel like the music's a bit ominous, but 2 more important things. I feel like we've sort of already bungled this whole thing by not, having a body to do the second whole bow 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 clap business to. And secondly, that's the shadow of a woman. Mm-hmm. Let's not pretend that's not what it is. Maybe this is like some sort of horrible, the woman will come to life and kill us all because our uncle's a bitter old bastard.
Or maybe feed her, she won't kill you.
That is the other alternative I had considered, yes. I think based on how this is going, I've sort of committed to following this ritual and I will be feeding the plant. I figured I'd lose a stamina. Cut your hand and pour enough blood on the soil. Hopefully that's enough. Pour some blood on the soil. Well, I'll just go back to the dilapidated corridor. Yes, let's explore the mansion. You were startled when you discovered the headless body. Boy, that's a fucking heavy thing to drop on us in 1 sentence, isn't it? You were horrified when you saw its head hanging in the middle of the room and laughing. I mean, that's a quick 1-2 punch, isn't it? Where's the body? Well, I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter too much, does it? 11 HP. Okay, defensive actions. Dodge a Rooney. Back to offense. Guaranteed hit, Smackaroony. I feel like this will take time, but is better in the long run.
Okay.
I dodged the attack, and did 3 damage, see? I like that it says it drastically. It's good use of the word drastically. That doesn't get used terribly much. I do think a good thing... Oh, it attacks me. It doesn't say it did anything to me, it just attacked me.
It removes 2 reason.
Oh. I think a good thing if he were to update this game further, which I imagine he will, would be some sort of setting I could do, perhaps in the apartment, that builds a combo that I could then, like, save as a quick bar and just launch, like, a favorite combo. That way I don't have to click each one every time, and if I need to change it, I can, actually do that. It attacks me again. For that drastic lowering of the hitting, It's only worked... Well, I mean, I'm going to win on this turn anyway. Wait, what's that? Black hair. Well, I've got some corpse dust, a lump of flesh, and some hair. Again, if I ever get pulled over, they're going to assume I murdered somebody.
Yeah.
And I mean, they aren't wrong, I suppose.
It's a good thing I think she's like a high schooler who probably can't drive.
Well, quite.
The other...
It's you two. A pair standing next to a window, the man's muttering something. This reminds me of one of my books. Oh, does it? What do I do at 3 a.m.? Cover the mirror in the storage room. Okay. It's storage room. You know what? I think I'm just gonna cover the mirror. I think I'm good. Just gonna go ahead and check that wardrobe, you know? Of the options in this room, I think covering the mirror... Is that the mirror on the left, or is that it in the center?
I think it's in the center.
Okay, well, I mean, you understand how I can see that as a mirror on the left there. Check the wardrobe. You found a meat cleaver. Oh. Now it's gone. Well, how do I cover the damn mirror?
You can't.
Don't put that in the damn vigil.
He just wanted you to come to the storeroom so he could talk to you.
Oh, is that a he? I thought it was just a giant face.
It's a something.
Well, it's clearly a giant face.
Yes.
Looming out there. Boy, it's a bit drafty. I think we should shut the window.
Yeah, I dare you.
Is that even I don't think that's an option.
No, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Well, that was fascinating. Back to the corridor. Reminds me a bit of that bit in Silent Hill 4.
Yeah.
Let's keep investigating the manor.
The round window, the crooked manor towers calling you. You feel your strength drain away as you stare at the bright...
You know, I said I wanted the damn quick thinking perk, and you were all like, ooh, charisma's more important. This is a flawless impersonation of Kaido. And I thought that was a weird thing for you to say at the time.
Because the quick thinking was something you should pick.
What do you... It's not. There's things where it's like you need this option, but it's not the correct one. Because that's just cruel.
You can do,
That's just
but
cruel.
I find other options to be better.
You find your strength drain away as you stare in the bright light. Well, fucking stop looking at it.
That was not the right one.
Well, I got a success, so get bent. Just one glimpse of the Eldritch landscape is enough. You manage to cover your eyes and move to where you can't see the damned window. You feel sick, but at least you're safe for now.
Also, just noticing, you are one reason.
I am aware. I'm sort of hoping the priest man shows up again. And is like, hey, how's it going? Help me move these boxes. What do you mean you're in dire straits right now? I've got boxes to move. Still nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more until the walls start collapsing, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. Another dimension. Are these cat people?
No.
Just the sort of wibbly-wobbly
Yeah.
shadows made it look like cat ears on the far left there. Walls of the corridor collapse, revealing an alien landscape. You can taste blood in your mouth, and as the slimy appendages slowly get closer... End the vigil.
You have some options.
I see that, yes. I can sacrifice the guests or carve the cursed symbol.
Mm-hmm.
A voice in your head tells you what to do. Or I can explore the mansion. This seems like a time to go exploring. Well, the symbol was important, I feel.
Yes.
It was on his toe. But to what end? I didn't really get a sense of why that was important. It was just sort of there on his toe. What did it look like again? A sort of three-prong... well, trident, really. That's just what it is.
You can also just go on a stabbing spree.
Yes, I could just murder them, and he did say kill them. But I feel like that won't actually help my situation with the whole already carrying just various body parts of other people, you know? Look, this is a very experimental fast and loose thing, so I'm going to carve the cursed symbol.
The bloated corpse of your uncle slowly floats into the room as all the remaining walls collapse. The contract is not over yet.
Maybe I'm ending it, bitch. 41 HP. -1 doom damage, what?
Yeah, Yeah, he won't hurt you directly. He'll just make your duty go up.
Oh, well.
You can also, if you notice, the one you just vaguely scrolled over, you can just kill somebody else.
Does 15 damage to the horrible old man. Time needed 120. If I just kill the guests, he fucks off. Is that what the game's clearly trying to imply to me?
Maybe.
Yes. Oh, for God's sakes, in for a penny, in for a pound, and whatnot, eh? You grab a knife and stab one of the family members. Horrible old man recoils in pain and smiles at me. So clearly he wants this. Well, there you go. Horrible old man smiles. He smiles, and I run from him. The price is paid. A voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying in the wet grass. The old mansion nowhere to be seen. Standing next to you is a naked, bloated old man. Boy, if I had $1 for every day. Recognize the tattoo on the man's toe. It is your deceased granduncle. With a coarse voice, he explains the ritual. You try and keep up with him, but you are weak and your head spins. The death toll must remain the same. 2 die and 2 survive. I mean, there were 3 other people in that mansion.
The wife doesn't count for some reason.
Well, women. You feel like vomiting. As the old man who has cheated death disappears behind the trees. Everything gets dark. So he's Reaver from fucking Fable then, is he?
Yes.
Eh, except not nearly as interesting or cool. Well, he's plenty interesting, I'll give him that. Hey, I got reason for that. Sweet.
You got reason for surviving, yes.
Well.
And stamina as well.
The man who you thought was your uncle had cheated. I never thought he was my uncle. I didn't fall for that ruse for 1 second. Making you an accessory to murders. I can't already. You new police officers won't believe you when you tell them the truth, and do your best to forget the nightmares you left behind. I got ending C again. Boy, it's a popular one for me, isn't it? Mm-hmm. More EXP, minus doom, better stamina, and a day. Solved. Whole tower to stop receiving outside signals. Must be the radio failure.
So your TV and your phone.
I didn't exactly use them much before, did I?
That's a very mild one.
Alright, I'll take the key again. Well, now I've just gotten keys now. What is this?
I think now you should...
That's starting a mystery.
I think now you should probably rearrange your inventory.
People! Oh. That is different.
Yes.
Sort of wish the creepy guy was here. Unless that is the creepy guy, in which case he's probably just heading back to his apartment.
Anyway, I would take this time to sort your fucking inventory.
Yes, that's the backpack, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so I want that meat cleaver. Instead, well, I want to equip the meat cleaver, frankly. Oh, I got rid of the black hair. Not enough room for the item.
Yeah, you got rid of the vigil pamphlet.
Well, I mean, fair enough. I've equipped the... How do I chuck the branch? Discard. There you go.
I would have sold it.
Well, who wants to buy a branch?
Actually, the branch might be worth 0, but I mean, still, they only got one. One's $1's a dollar.
Library book. Okay, plus 10 experience.
Ooh,
it
nice.
Seems like I should use that.
Yes.
Use. And black hair. Combines with sewing kit.
If you actually get a sewing kit with and use that it gets a really decent healing item.
Nice.
But I would also, not have all this stuff in your inventory, so when you pick them up, you'll have it.
How do I store things?
You click on the little box. Click on that.
Mm-hmm.
They're next to the magnifying glass. Nope. Well, I mean, you can.
This one.
Store.
Yeah, yes, I see. I don't think I'll...
Do what? The glitch?
There it is. Alright. I think I'll store 20 experience with minus 2 luck. I think I'll store you as well. That said, I could use some funding, I suppose. I'll keep these just in case.
No, you don't.
Not even the prescription.
Well, unless you have $4, it's not going to be worth anything.
Well, it's quite, I suppose. I can't sell the prescription for some sweet cash.
No.
There's no high school kid that wants a free,
No, basically,
stash of
it's
drugs.
like if you take the prescription, then it's going to be like, well, now you have to pay your copay.
Well, now there's no one there. And now there's someone there, my god. Would you make up your mind?
Would you?
No. It's been raining since morning. My god. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I feel like a lot was accomplished, and yet somehow I feel like I was berated for most of it. I feel like actually I have a less thorough understanding of the game, because someone was here chatting shit the entire time. And I'd like to thank everyone so much for watching! Talk to you later, Shooting Go Shares, and see you around Ass Clowns.
Bye.